Hi everyone, welcome back to art. This week's theme is color. We have two objectives for this week. We're going to define and describe color, and we are going to identify warm and cool colors. Now in just a moment, I'm going to explain to you the important vocabulary for this week. Color wheel, primary colors, secondary colors, warm colors, cool colors, complementary colors, and analogous colors. Let's get started.
Hi everybody. As I said in the intro, this week we are talking about color. And now let's take a closer look at the color wheel and the different ways we can group these colors. Here's our color wheel. Yellow, orange, red, purple, blue, and green. And then we've divided it into our warm colors and our cool colors. Our warm colors are red, orange, and yellow, and our cool colors are purple, blue, and green. Now, this is going to be important because one of our objectives today is to be able to tell the difference and identify the warm colors and the cool colors. That's also going to be important when it comes to our project at the end of our lesson today. Another way we can group these colors is in our primary and secondary colors. Now, primary simply just means first. Red, yellow, blue. These colors, you cannot make them. They just are. They occur naturally in nature, and that's why they are our first colors. We got our secondary colors when we mix two primary colors together. Two second. So that's your clue. Primary plus primary equals secondary. It's kind of like 1 plus 1 equals 2. So we have blue and yellow will make green, yellow and red make orange, and red and blue make purple. The last way we group colors is complementary colors and analogous colors. Complementary colors are colors that make the other color look good. For example, we've got purple and yellow. Now, I always like to think of sports teams. Can you think of the teams that have jerseys or uniforms that are purple and yellow? Now, if you ask Mr. Gebby, he would say the Minnesota Vikings, of course. But there's a basketball team that uses purple and yellow. Can you think of which one it is? If you said the Lakers, you are correct. And then we've got red and green. Think about Christmas. Why do the colors red and green, why are they used at Christmas? Because they complement each other. They make each other look better. And as well as blue and orange. Now, these are our school colors, blue and orange. And so those colors complement each other. That's why they're often used at the same time. Analogous colors is simply colors that are right next to each other on the color wheel. Now let's zoom out again and take a look at what that means according to our color wheel. Okay, so if we take a look at our analogous colors here, we've got blue and purple. If you look over here, blue and purple are right next to each other on the color wheel. So analogous could even be another name for a neighbor. It's the neighboring color. We've got orange and red, which is here, orange and red. Then we've got red and purple, which is red and purple. And then we've got blue and green, which here you see blue and green. So we've talked about the color wheel, warm colors and cool colors, primary colors, secondary colors, complementary colors, and analogous colors. For our project today, we are focusing only on our warm colors and our cool colors. Okay, we're going to start our project by drawing a figure. Very similar to the one that we did when we learned about Juan Miro. We're going to draw a figure very similar to that one. I've already drawn it with my pencil to save some time. Now I'm just going to use my Sharpie. Remember, you can pause these videos anytime you need to in order to work on your project, and you can always restart the video after you've drawn that particular step. All right, so I've got my figure. I'm going to go ahead and give him some hands, just circles for hands and feet. And I'm not going to color in, I'm not going to give him a face because it's just going to be a silhouette. A silhouette just means that I'm going to color it all in black. So I'm going to do that here. Now, if you don't have a Sharpie, you can just use your regular black marker. It doesn't have to be permanent black marker. That's just what I happen to have here. All right, so I've got my guy. I am going to make him just a little bit thicker, and you'll understand why. So I actually have a bigger Sharpie here that I'm going to use just to make the lines a little bit bolder. Remember when we were talking about lines, we talked about thick lines and thin lines, bold lines, and not so bold lines, I guess. And if I'm making those lines a little bit thicker, I'm probably going to have to make their hands and feet a little bit bigger as well. Now, if you use the side of your marker, your Crazy Art or Crayola, whatever markers you're using, if you use the side of them, it gives you a little bit thicker line and they last a little bit longer. I am going to make these circles a little bit bigger. And that's going to add interest to your picture too. And I can already hear some of you saying, Ms. Thompson, what are we making? And I am about to show you. Okay, I've got my guy, I have my figure. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my markers. And I need to decide next, am I going to use my warm colors or am I going to use my cool colors? Now, do you remember what are our warm colors? Can you think of it? These are warm colors, orange, red, and yellow. Those are our warm colors. If those are our warm colors, then which ones are our cool? There they are, our cool colors are purple, blue, and green. I'm actually going to use purple, blue, and green. I'm going to use cool colors this time because I've already finished one with warm colors, and I'll show you that one at the end. But let me show you how we are going to do this picture. All right, so I'm going to pick a color. I love purple. I love blue too. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with my purple marker. And this is what I was talking about. If you turn it on the side, it makes a little bit thicker line. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to outline my figure. Just going to draw a line all the way around him. Don't want to touch the black line. I just want to make a line around the black line. Okay, so now I've done that. If I want to get a little fancy, I can draw on the inside of this shape right here, just like that. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fill in that white space. So I'm going to use the side of my marker, and I'm going to color in all of this purple area. Okay, there it is. So I finished with my purple. The next color I'm going to pick is green. I'm going to do green next. It's a little bit easier to see on the camera so that my blue and my purple don't get mixed up. So I'm going to do the same thing with my green marker. I'm going to trace around my figure again. And you can make these sections, you can trace it as thick or as thin as you want. Remember, the point of this project is to practice using our warm and cool colors. All right, so now that I've got that outlined, now I'm going to fill that in with my green marker. Remember, use the sides of your markers and you will, it'll make your markers last a lot longer. Okay, I finished with my green stripe, I guess, row, whatever you want to call it. The next thing I'm going to do now is blue. Purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue. That's going to be my pattern. So I'm going to go ahead now and do my blue layer, my blue stripe. I don't know, what do you want to call it? I like stripe. Okay, now that I've finished my blue stripe, I'm going to keep going until my entire page is filled up, and I'm going to start again with the purple. Remember, we're doing a pattern. Purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, purple, green, blue, until my whole page is filled up. Here they are, the finished product. This one is with warm colors. Remember, the point of our lesson today is to talk about color, warm colors, red, orange, and yellow. And this one is my cool colors, purple, green, and blue. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Don't forget to post your artwork in Schoology. If you're not sure how to do that, just send me a message and I will send you the video that tells you exactly what to do. Have a great day, everybody.